Do you get hip pain when sitting? If so, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Candy, and in this video, I'm going to tell you some simple solutions to prevent hip pain when sitting, even if you're sitting for a long time. Now, if you find this video helpful, give it a like or thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you get notified of our future videos. Now, in this video, when I say hip pain, I'm talking about pain on the side of your hip or pain in your groin. Pain in the back of your hip is more than likely either being referred from your back or from some type of sciatica issue. And I have a totally separate video that's dedicated to that topic. But for the purposes of this video, we're talking about pain on the side of your hip or the pain in your groin. Now, if you have pain on the side of your hip when you're sitting, two common causes of that are, one, crossing your leg over like that, which stretches the muscles and tendons and bursa on the side of the hip, tight over the hip, and it can cause some inflammation or irritation if you do that all the time, especially if you tend to cross the same leg over every time you sit. Now, the other common thing that causes irritation on the side of the hip is sitting with your knees together like that, with your knees inside of your feet. And a lot of people do this subconsciously. They do it without realizing it. Now, both of these things, the crossing of the legs and the turning the knees inwards, some women develop that habit for modesty reasons. And if you're wearing a skirt out in public, that may be something that you have to contend with. But for everyday purposes, if you're sitting at home or with your knees under a desk, there's really no reason you need to worry about that. So if you get more in the habit of sitting with your ankles and your knees and your hips all the same width, it helps keep everything in alignment and helps prevent you from irritating the structures on the side of your hip. Now, that segues us into the second problem, which is pain in the groin. And that comes from either pinching the thigh bone up against the pelvis when you're sitting, or from pinching the tendons and muscles in the groin. That can happen when you're sitting in a position with the knees inwards more, because it decreases the joint space available. But another thing that can decrease the joint space is if you're sitting too upright, trying to sit with too good of posture. And a simple solution for that is just scooting further back in the chair. So I'm going to move over to this chair to demonstrate it better. When you're sitting upright, trying to sit with good posture, it tilts your pelvis forward, and it actually decreases the space in the hip joint between your pelvis and the thigh bone. And doing that can irritate people who have hip arthritis. It can also cause problems if you have tendinitis of the hip flexor muscles. So an easy solution for that is just sitting further back in the chair and allowing your low back to relax into the chair back. What that does is it opens up the joint space between your pelvis and your thigh bone, and it makes you less likely to either irritate hip arthritis or tendinitis of your hip flexor muscles. Now, for some people, if you still have a little bit of trouble sitting like this, you may try raising your chair up just slightly so that it further increases the space between your pelvis and your thigh. You don't want to go too high, because if your feet don't touch the ground, you're going to be more likely to sit like that trying to get foot support. But just raising your chair height slightly and sitting all the way back in the chair and allowing your low back to relax into the chair will help you prevent pinching in the front of the groin when you're sitting. Now, if you need some further help for hip pain, feel free to reach out, and we're happy to help. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like or thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you get notified of our future videos. Thanks, and have a great day.